everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Unfinished Business, where the rules are made up, and we don't make good enough points for it to matter. I'm Braden. Got Gregory over here to my right. Got Chandler back down here in the abyss, back behind the camera, and we are doing Masters Edition today.
Heck yeah, we are.
We've got the Masters Tournament coming up next weekend. For all of you that don't know, that's golf. Just making sure.
Yeah, and if you don't know, well, now you know.
Now you know. The biggest golf tournament, most prestigious golf tournament of the year. So we're going to jump into that. But first, we're going to jump into a little ad read here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and...
You want to read that?
I'm going to go ahead and read it. You ready?
All right. I'm solid. You go ahead and read that bad boy.
All right. So this episode of Unfinished Business is brought to you by Crafts and Creations by Kane. Your one-stop shop for personalized items that will both amaze you and have your friends and family asking where you got it. From items such as t-shirts or hoodies, tumbler cups, vinyl decals, or even window stickers, Crafts and Creations by Kane can do it all. Click the link in the description to be taken to the business Facebook page, or simply search Crafts and Creations by Kane on Facebook. Make sure to join the group and look at her prior creations, or simply check out the shirts we're wearing right now. Or check out the decal that's just right up there. She did both.
She did both, and she can make yours anytime.
Then, while you're on the group, make sure you join the group, find something that you like there, and when you do, message the group creator with your request, and she will take it from there. Join the group today and get your creations
by Kane.
All right, so we want to go ahead and jump into this Masters breakdown here.
Yeah, I mean, what better way just to jump right into it?
All right, so we might as well go ahead and jump into defending champion, Dustin Johnson. Ended up winning it last year. Tiger Woods having to place the green jacket on Dustin Johnson. And what are you thinking as far as him for this?
I think the real question we need to ask, and this might just be the alcohol thing, like talking right now, but how high will he be in this year's tournament? If you know what I mean. Him and his meth issues.
Zach Johnson, not Dustin Johnson.
This is Dustin Johnson.
No, Zach Johnson is the one with the meth issue.
No, it's Dustin Johnson.
Zach Johnson.
I guarantee you it's Dustin Johnson.
Well, Zach
I will
Johnson,
look this up right now.
Zach Johnson has had a meth issue. If Dustin Johnson does too, that's news to me. Go ahead and look that up. While you're looking that up, I'll go ahead and...
Yeah, you can go ahead and talk about his stats, but...
Yeah, so...
Oh, sorry, it wasn't meth, it was cocaine. I apologize.
Okay, so I was right.
You were correct. It is
Zach
meth
Johnson is
with...
meth.
Yeah, it's meth with Zach Johnson. It's cocaine with Dustin Johnson. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
That's my bad. We want to get this accurate for this podcast here.
All right, so anyway, Dustin Johnson is, like we said, ended up winning the Masters last year.
Yes, he did.
This year, he's, for his own standards, having more of a down year this year. He's ranked still 6th in the FedEx Cup standings, which is the standings for the entire year for the PGA Tour.
Would you say it's more of like almost like it kind of like quality start, like how quality you've been playing the whole year? It
definitely aims to benefit the player that's most consistent and getting most consistent top.
That's what I was going for.
And win the most events. Yeah. Yes. So he's having, like I said, having a little bit down year based on his prior years. I personally don't see him performing very well. I mean, I know that he's had some issues with finding the fairway this year.
Yeah.
And, I mean, granted, Augusta is a course where most years they end up with a very low score as the winning number, but Augusta really penalizes you for not being in the fairway. There's so much pine straw, so many trees that are just right off the fairway that if you're not hitting those fairways, it's going to make it real tough to get birdies. With that said, we can go ahead and jump into the next player, which is going to be the FedEx Cup champion from last year, I believe, Justin Thomas.
Yeah, and I honestly don't know about the FedEx Cup, like who won last year, but number 2 player in the world based on rankings, he is actually, I believe, second this year in FedEx Cup rankings. Last year at the Masters, he finished fourth. So, very solid outing last year.
2019, he was the FedEx Cup
Okay,
champion.
I was about to
Dustin
say,
Johnson won last year.
I'm going to say, I couldn't remember who won it last year, which, I mean, that makes sense. When I'm pretty sure just for the Masters victory alone, it's like 600 FedEx points. So, it would not surprise me if Dustin Johnson won it last year. But Justin Thomas playing, in my mind, fairly decent golf this year, at least. I mean, especially for being second already in the FedEx Cup standings. But I mean, he does not have a Masters championship, and he does have one win on the year, which was a Players Championship.
Yeah.
So
I mean, obviously a very tough event to win, tough course. I mean, most courses they play are obviously going to be tough to us. Might not be tough to them, but like you said, the fourth place finish last year. Seems to always show up for those big tournaments, so it wouldn't surprise me for him to be in the mix this weekend or this next coming weekend.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess before we get into the next one, we can talk about this tournament may be kind of a wide open field due to the fact that the weather is supposed to be all over the place.
Yeah, I know you were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a lot of rain at different parts of the day. So, depending on what your tee time is, you could have rain, you could have sunny skies, you could have wind. It could be very interesting.
Mixture of all three.
Yeah, and let's be honest, the Masters tournament's already difficult enough, and add in another factor in the weather, and some of these guys. I think it's going to come down to experience at that course. It's who's going to win.
Yeah,
I don't think you're going to have an amateur win it. I don't think you're going to have a first timer win it. I don't think you're going to have a guy who has not played that course ever win this tournament this year. And I don't think there's really going to be even a chance for somebody like that to win it.
If an amateur were to win, I think that would be the first time that an amateur has won the Masters.
Yeah.
But jumping from a former world number one to going to another former world number one in Jon Rahm. Jon Rahm was finished last year, tied for 7th place. He, like Justin Thomas, has also not won a Masters. And this year, I think it's kind of spoken as to why he's kind of fallen off out of the top 10, or out of the top spot.
Yeah,
because he's 12th in FedEx standings this year.
Yeah, no wins either. Just going back to last Masters is what we when we count as like no wins or any wins, like we're counting from like last year's Masters. So he has no wins since last year's Masters. And I did not look to see if he finished in the top 5 at all, but I want to say he may have only done that maybe once.
Yeah, he since overtaking that number 1 world spot, he held on to it for a little while and played really great golf, but kind of here lately he's kind of fallen off a little bit. And I think that goes to speak with the young talent that's going to come up in the game and kind of knocked the superstars down a peg, so to speak. And one of those superstars being Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, Bryson DeChambeau. Last year at the Masters he finished 34th, which we talked about this before. It's not really surprising to us. He definitely longest drive in the PGA by far.
Yeah, averages I think like 320 off the tee.
Yeah, something like that, like 320, 321. But his accuracy is very hit or miss, which at the Masters tournament, and especially this year, you're going to be accurate.
Yeah.
In the rain and in those conditions, you're going to have not only power, but you're going to have to hit the fairways.
Yeah.
And he does have a win since last Masters at the Arnold Palmer. Oh my gosh, why can't I say
Arnold
that?
Palmer Invitational.
And they are I think still considering him one of the favorites to win this.
He is ranked first in the FedEx rankings for this year. He hasn't won a Masters, but if you do recall, to back his first Masters that he competed in, he was actually an amateur at the time, and he was in the mix on Sunday to win the green jacket. He kind of fell off the last couple holes. 17, he really struggled, and that just kind of took it away from him, gave him his run for his money, basically.
Yeah,
But I mean,
and you know, I mean, there's a reason why he's definitely a favorite. I mean,
oh yeah,
when you can crush the ball like that, I mean, you're gonna be a favorite no matter what tournament you're playing in.
yeah.
And you know, it'd be nice to see him do well.
It's always nice to see
it's
somebody
just-
that takes the game a little differently for him to be able to take his, because I'm not sure how familiar you are with Bryson, but he all of his club lengths are the same. So like his driver length is
okay.
the same as his pitching wedge. It's the same as his putter.
Interesting. Okay.
So and he is very calculated about how he takes his swings. He takes his driver swing the same. I mean, obviously with it being the same length, the same swing with a driver, same swing as a pitching wedge, gap wedge,
okay.
everything. He takes it.
Let's say I did not know that.
He has
actually.
a very scientific way of going around the golf course, which is very interesting.
I mean, hey, it obviously when you can hit the ball like that, it's working for you.
Yeah, something's got to be working. Speaking of hitting the ball a long ways, let's go ahead and talk about Rory McIlroy,
Rory.
the boy from Northern Ireland. He finished 5th in last year's Masters tournament. Right
Yeah.
now, he's
Not playing very good
yeah,
golf.
he's ranked 39th in FedEx for this
Yeah.
year. So
Yeah, he's. I will say. I mean, he is probably my favorite golfer right now. I mean, he's not playing well at all, but I've always liked watching Rory.
yeah, I mean, it's something to watch him hit a drive.
Oh,
I mean, I
yeah.
remember. I mean, every once in a while I'll be scrolling through Facebook and see a golf video, and I'll kind of click on it, and it's, I saw one not too long ago of him hitting an insane tee shot with over 330 yards of water and just carry. It was incredible.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I will be the first to say this year and since the last Masters, not played good golf at all.
Yeah, there was. I mean, there was a time where he was dominant. I mean, I remember
Oh
watching
yeah.
tournaments where he was winning by almost 10 shots.
I could be wrong, but wasn't he number one in the world at one point? Okay, I'm about to say I thought he was, and
Yeah, there was a short period of time where him and Tiger were battling back and forth for
and now
world number one.
Now, obviously, I mean, Braden hit on it. He is 39th in FedEx Cup rankings, and 11th still technically in like the golf rankings
World.
for the world. Honestly, he might drop if he doesn't pick up his play this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
There's
it would not surprise me.
Plenty of young
but-
talent that are ranked lower than him that could definitely
Oh,
overtake
yeah.
that 11th spot.
But moving on, right behind him in the world ranking, Brooks Koepka.
Brooks Koepka is,
But I'll definitely higher in the FedEx Cup this year.
yeah, he's 11th in the FedEx Cup. He was actually finished right behind Rory last year's Masters. He tied for 7th last year. Brooks Koepka, I mean, he's been around for a couple years now. He's really been on the main stage. He's won U.S. Open. He's won actually I think he won back-to-back U.S. Opens, and he's been in a
Yes,
lot
I
of
believe so.
big tournaments and been in the mix for quite a lot. This year, I mean, this last year between last year's Masters and now, he's won the Waste Management earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
Usually always a pretty tough tournament, tough course conditions. I mean, I really like the style that Brooks Koepka plays. He's pedal to the metal the whole way until, that's how he's going to win, that's how he's going to lose.
Oh yeah, and I could be wrong about like how far he hits his drives, but it never fails. I mean, he's always in the running for a lot of the tournaments. Now he has not won a Masters yet.
No.
I want to say he has finished top 10, I believe.
Yeah, he's been in the
several.
mix. He's been in the mix for at least one, and I'm expecting him to do pretty well this Masters. So with that, I'm gonna jump to the next one.
I mean, do we really want to talk about this guy? Next one is Jordan Spieth, who in the world rankings is ranked. Jordan Spieth is the next one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That we were going to talk about at least. is ranked 53rd in the world rankings, which kind of surprised me. I mean, obviously, I know you follow golf a little more than I do recently. But he is 53rd in world rankings, and he is 40th in FedEx Cup. Last year at the Masters, finished 46th, which, I mean, for any of you guys who will follow golf, you should know the name Jordan Spieth. And 46 is not good.
Yeah. I mean, he was the face of golf for a little while there. I mean,
at least a year or two.
Yeah, I mean, he had his run of almost winning a Grand Slam. He won the U.S. Open. He won the Masters. He ended up winning the Masters in 2015, which is the year he was close to his Grand Slam. But ended up falling short and getting second in the Open Championship, and then ended up winning the PGA Championship, I believe.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, obviously Jordan Spieth's still a very, very talented golfer. Very incredible golfer to watch. It's just, it almost seems like he's out of rhythm right now.
I think the
last year or two, it just kind of seems like, he's always there in the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
And then he has the one round where it just all falls apart.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you can never count him out. I mean, he learned from Cameron McCormick, which the best PGA swing coach that you can have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's taught many tour pros. I know that he's got a way of explaining things that a lot of people just take to better. And I mean, it all could be turning around for Jordan. I mean, he is tied for the lead in Valero Open right now, going into Sunday, which is tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm hoping. I mean, I'm a fan of Jordan Spieth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that he kind of turns it around a little bit, and gets going into. It's a good time to get hot.
Yeah,
going right into the Masters.
And like we talked about. I mean, there's a lot of young golfers. I mean, he's
still young.
Even though he's been in the PGA for years now, he's still young.
He's still young.
Very young compared to a lot of guys. And I mean, and like we've talked about, golf is definitely a game where you can play into your 50s, 60s. I mean,
even longer, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you may not still be, killing the ball, but you can easily still play. I mean, Matt Kuchar.
Yeah, I mean, even look at the beginning of the Masters tournament. You have, a couple of years ago, you had the faces of golf in Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, all teeing off and all playing around to open the Masters,
and just to play.
And still, I mean, granted, they're not shooting 10 under in a round, but I mean, they're still getting them around. And I mean, Arnold isn't anymore, unfortunately, with him passing away a couple years ago. But I mean, Jack Nicklaus still. Still pretty good. Gary Player, still incredible.
I mean, I guess when you're that good, even at that age, you're not gonna forget how to swing a golf club. So,
oh yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
But moving on, what was the next one you wanted to talk about? I can't remember if it was
old Matt.
Okay. So next
Kuchar.
is Matt Kuchar, who
old Cooch,
one of the old guys. Last year at the Masters, he was cut, so didn't really finish too well. In the FedEx Cup, he is 102nd, so I mean not doing too well this year either. But he does have one win at the QBE shootout.
Yeah.
So I mean he is still playing decent golf, and I mean at his age, I mean obviously we don't want to say that he's old by any means, but. Definitely still playing consistent golf, still playing Masters level golf, and will he compete this year? I'm gonna say maybe not.
No, I'm not gonna say he does.
But I mean, I am hoping that maybe he is still playing on Sunday. Is my kind of hope for a guy like him.
You know what it is. You know how he's still playing? So Skechers.
Oh,
so Skechers.
Hey,
that cloud technology really is helping out his feet.
I tell you what,
elongating his career.
Those Skechers are where it's at, man. I got a pair of Skechers to go hike mountains in.
Yeah.
Off topic, but hey, they're comfy.
On that note.
But on that note, we should probably go to the next guy.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the next guy. Go ahead.
Jason Day, last year also was cut.
Yeah.
And is 81st in FedEx Cup rankings for a guy who, there for a while, he, kind of like Jordan Spieth, was kind of like the face of golf.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way. Playing very good golf a couple years ago and kind of has fallen off the radar in a roundabout way. 48th in like the actual world rankings, and a lot of golfers ahead of him that you don't really hear much about compared to Jason Day. So,
yeah. I mean, I followed his story, and I mean, it's fascinating with him being, he was a young boy and wasn't really, his parents weren't able to really afford, you know, golf lessons, things along those lines, and somebody had noticed his talent and took him to a golf school. And
which, hey, obviously it worked out for him.
He was, I mean,
100%.
he was up every morning at 4:30 hitting golf balls on the driving range by 5 at, you know,
Jeez.
8, 9 years old. I mean, it just shows dedication that a lot of people, a lot of pros today don't have.
I was getting ready to say that, which a lot of kids today don't have. So
yeah, even some
that's
pros
a whole different
today,
topic.
even some pros today don't have that type of dedication.
Yeah, that is that is valid.
Props
Very
to him.
valid. Are we kind of off Jason Day?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to ruin your mojo.
No, let's talk about my guy here.
Oh, old Puma himself.
Old Ricky.
Ricky Fowler.
Ricky Fowler.
Last year finished 29th.
Yeah.
Pretty solid showing for him. Now this year, unfortunately, in the FedEx Cup rankings, he is 136th.
Yeah, not doing too well.
Not playing good golf at all.
Not
but
doing
hey,
too well.
still has that Puma sponsorship.
In true Ricky fashion, he's going to come out and he's just going to dominate. I doubt it, but I'd love to see it. He's got his driving accuracy's kind of all over the place. He's too inconsistent. I mean,
you know,
you can say he's there for the big moments, though. I mean, his shot on Scottsdale 17, Sunday pin, hardest location, just dropping it on a dime.
I will say, with Ricky, you either get really good golf,
or you get very
or excuse my French, but
questionable,
really shitty golf.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no in between.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, you have those stretches, like you said, where he's incredible. I mean, there's round 2 years ago now that he was 9 under through 9.
Yeah,
and I mean, he has those stretches, but then he also has those stretches where through 9 holes he'll be +3,
+3, +4, and not contending at all.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a fan of Ricky.
I love
Ricky, but
he's my boy.
But I would love to see him be there on Sunday.
Yes,
in the top 10, like maybe competing.
Give me a Ricky in the orange hat, the long hair, the mustache, the all orange
Puma outfit.
Yeah,
oh man,
just give it to me.
Just yes, please.
I'll take it.
But let's talk about another guy who's won a Masters.
Yeah, old Bubba. He's won
Bubba. Okay. Well, I was just saying he's won a Masters tournament.
Yeah.
You have to specify he has won 2.
Well, I'm gonna say he's won 2.
But he has won 2
in 2012 and 2014. He skipped a year.
That is true.
He didn't want to.
Yeah. He
didn't want to show anybody up.
This is the thing. He didn't want to have to just put the jacket back on himself. He wanted to give it to somebody else and then have that person give it back to him.
Yeah. See, he just wanted the limelight on himself for having to be able to give it to somebody and then have that person give it right back to him.
Speaking of lime, these shirts are awesome. Anyway, hey, don't spit your water out there. You almost laugh. But anyway, Bubba Watson, 57th last year, and is 86th in the FedEx Cup rankings this year. It's Bubba Watson. He can still play very well.
Yeah.
Do I see him competing this year in the Masters? Absolutely not. He should still be there, maybe on Sunday, but probably will not be in the top 20. Is my guess.
I don't see him. I see him maybe. I think he is going to be there Sunday. I think he's going to make the cut, but I don't think he's going to be anywhere near contention. I think he's still going to be 5-6 shots back at least. I mean, obviously, he's a former Master champion. He knows what it takes to win. So, he could come out and he could play well and could be in contention, which would be great. I mean, it's
Hey,
always fun.
I hope he is, to be absolutely honest. Do I see it? No. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of, what we see as far as Masters champions, do you have a prediction at all? Who you think's gonna who you think's gonna take home the green jacket?
Obviously, betting wise, it's easy to pick guys like Dustin Johnson, Justin Thomas, and some of these guys we talked about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a wild card guy that I hope he wins it. Do I see him winning it? I hope so.
Yeah.
Will he win it? Probably not, knowing my luck. But the guy that I'm going with, and if you guys want to put money on it, disclaimer: do not blame me if you lose. But Cameron Smith. Right now is 32nd in the world rankings.
Okay.
He was tied for second last year in the Masters.
Yeah.
And is 20th right now in the FedEx Cup rankings. Playing decent golf. He does not have a win this year, but has had several top fives. So I don't know. I didn't want to pick a guy that kind of was going through, the top guys in golf.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick kind of a wild card for this, and that's who I'm going with. And in his recent stuff since the last year's Masters, he has finished tied for 8th. Okay, tied for 24th, cut and stuff. He finished 4th at the Genesis.
Okay. And
in the recent events leading up to the Masters, he has finished tied for 11th, tied for 17th at the Players, and then it says tied for 28th, but it doesn't necessarily say his rounds, so I'm not really sure if he actually played in this or what. But he's playing decent golf. Now, will I say that he was playing better golf last year at this time? 100%.
Yeah.
So that's the only part that kind of worries me about him and picking him to win. But I truly think that I'm going with Cameron Smith.
I mean, I definitely think that that's a decent possibility. I mean, with him being, kind of that 20th in the FedEx Cup and being a little bit lower than that in the actual world rankings. Plus, I mean, his recent success last year with being second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. I'm going to go something a little bit different here. I think that I am going to go with one of those bigger name players.
Okay.
Not necessarily Dustin Johnson, like we said, who's won it last year, and not a former champion of the Masters. I think Brooks Koepka.
Okay.
Like I said before, I'm a big fan of the way that Brooks Koepka navigates a golf course. I think that he definitely has that winning knowledge, like I said before, of winning a U.S. Open. He's been in contention of other big tournaments. I think this is where he kind of puts it all together at Augusta. He knows what it's going to take, and obviously he's friends with Ricky. He's friends with Justin Thomas. He's friends with Jordan Spieth.
Well, and with Brooks Koepka, I mean, I can't even be mad about that pick. I mean, I would love to see Brooks Koepka win it. With Brooks Koepka, also with the experience he has of playing at Augusta, it's very. I mean, he could easily win it this year, especially with like we talked about. The weather's going to be crappy. You're not going to really know exactly what to expect out of the course. So those guys who have played that course before are going to have an advantage, and Brooks Koepka could easily compete in this tournament. I'm actually kind of shocked that neither one of us did go with like any of the big name guys betting wise that are like the leaders to bet on for this tournament though. I want to say it's Dustin Johnson's first. I'm pretty sure DeChambeau might be second or third, which for me at the Masters, way too high for him. And I think it might be like Jon Rahm. I know Rory's up there, which as a fan of Rory, a lot of people are probably like, oh, why don't you take him? The reason I didn't take him is, for whatever reason, he never really does well at the Masters.
Yeah. Which is very kind of surprising to me.
So, I mean, yeah, last year he finished fifth, but he never does well at the Masters, so I don't want to pick him in a tournament he doesn't do well in.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, obviously my pick's kind of out there compared to yours, but I think both of those picks are pretty solid.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think of the two, I would definitely say Brooks Koepka probably has a better chance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with yours, you were going more out on a whim and trying to find somebody that that might be an underdog here. I'm plus,
who knows?
Like you said, I'm more of a golf person in general. I love playing golf. I love watching golf. I know more about golf.
Just because I'm just kind of curious, I want to look at what the betting odds is on Cameron Smith. I might put some money on this.
But yeah, so with that being said, I think we can go ahead and wrap up the talk on the Masters.
Oh, they don't have it on here yet.
So
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think we can go ahead and wrap up the Masters conversation, and with that, we can go ahead and flip over to Chandler, who's going to be talking about the
plus 4,000.
Oh.
I might put some money on this.
But
I mean, that's $1 to win $400. I'll take those odds. Wait. Yeah. $1 to win $4.
You're the betting guy. It's not me.
I might have just messed that up. It might be $1 to win 4,000, but
That
doesn't sound right. So I think $1 to win 400.
You're the betting guy.
Yeah. Anyway, we will go ahead and switch things over to old Chandler to talk about NASCAR, and specifically, we're going to throw it over to him to talk about the truck race at Bristol as well as the Cup race at Bristol. So Chandler, get on up here. Get out from behind the camera and get on up here. You need a chair? You need my chair?
Bring your chair.
Here, I got you.
Yeah. My drink over there.
Oh my gosh.
Braden, you're gonna have to move, bro.
Brandon, you might need to take this.
There you go, buddy.
I'll just go ahead. You can slide. You can get in the middle.
Alright.
There you go, buddy.
That works.
All right,
I'm
we'll keep
blocking the
me in here.
microphone here.
You're good.
You're not blocking the microphone. Doesn't matter, bro. It's gonna pick you up no matter what.
Yep.
You just talk.
Alright, so as Greg said, I'm going to be talking about the Bristol Dirt Race in the Truck Series, which is like the first time I've ever talked about the...
I'm gonna help you out.
I'm too short.
They can't see you because you're too short.
It's the first time I'm going to be talking about the Truck Series, and the reason I want to is, like, no one really talks about it anymore, and we don't get enough of what the people down in the lower series are doing, so they could make it into the Cup Series one of these days, and we wouldn't even know who the heck they are. So the starting lineup, which I'm only going to do the top 10 because it's too long of a list to go through all 32 trucks. But starting first was John Hunter Nemechek. Second was Austin Hill. Third was Sheldon Creed. Fourth, Matt Crafton. Fifth, Johnny Sauter. Sixth, Zane Smith. Seventh, Stuart Friesen. Eighth, Grant Enfinger. Ninth, Ben Rhodes. And 10th, Brett Moffitt. So, people thought that Kyle Larson was going to be the favorite to win the truck race, considering he, is a dirt late model racer now.
Yeah, but too bad he left the race early with a wreck.
Yeah, he did. He started 28th, and everybody at the beginning of the race was like, oh, he might be starting in the back, but he's going to come up and show John Hunter Nemechek how to race. But everybody here, I think, except for Braden, knows that John Hunter Nemechek was also wrecked as well as Kyle Larson, so they both didn't win. So, a question at the very beginning of the race was, does Matt Crafton have an unfair advantage considering he already raced there the week before and is dirt modified? Honestly, it's a completely different thing if you have a truck compared to a modified, so...
I disagree.
Okay. Do you have something to add then?
I mean, yes, it's a different vehicle, but he understood the lines to take on the different parts of the race.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Again, dude, I'm starting to follow this NASCAR stuff, trying to put in my 2 cents.
Well, I appreciate it. All right, so in the first stage,
I'll stick to my golf.
Hey, that's fine.
on
Go ahead.
lap 16,
Mhm.
the 15 machine of Tanner Gray spun out, fighting for a spot around 16th. So, there had to be a caution. So that means everybody slows down and just have that pause in the race when everybody's had their momentum, and then they got to gain their momentum again. So then, with 6 to go in stage 1, the 18 of Chandler Smith as well as the 26 of Tyler Ankrum got together and had heavy damage to the front end of Tyler's truck. And what happened was Chandler Smith just got loose and spun, and it happens all the time on dirt. I would understand because I've raced on dirt and spun out a gazillion times. It's not fun, but it happens. So the winner of stage 1, big name Martin Truex Jr. He runs the Cup Series. Second was Sheldon Creed, and third was to Zane Smith. In stage 2, on lap 9, John Hunter Nemechek spun into the wall. Under caution, while they were trying to get everybody to slow down, the 19 of Derek, can you pronounce that name, Braden? I don't know how to pronounce it. Kraus. Didn't see John and spun into him, causing heavy damage to both trucks, which means they both didn't finish the race. So, that was upsetting for John Hunter Nemechek because he pretty much told the doctors to call off his wife's pregnancy because they were supposed to give birth, or she was supposed to give birth the day of the race so he could run the race, and he was wrecked big time. So,
All right, question: how do you call off a pregnancy?
You call off the induction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what
I was
they call
about to
off.
say,
That's what
I
I
was
meant.
like,
My bad.
I was like, hold on.
I don't understand that yet.
I was like, how the hell do you call off a pregnancy?
I'm
If she's
sorry.
going into labor, you can't really stop that.
They stopped the induction.
Okay,
Yeah.
the induction, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, not really fine. I mean, I would hate
Well,
to be his wife,
you
but that's whatever.
They got all this money to do stuff, so,
Yeah. Might as well.
they do whatever they want.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
So, after that, John Hunter Nemechek and Derek Kraus had words with each other, Not very nice words. It was all over radioactive that week. There's videos out on it if you want to go watch it. It's long video of arguing.
Pretty sure I've actually watched this video.
Yeah, one of them was threatening to punch the other guy in the throat, so that was not fun.
Throat punch. Huh?
Dude, is that not the best part of racing, though? It's the fights.
I guess.
Testosterone when you're driving around.
You moved my laptop
making
screen
a
and I
left
can barely
turn.
see it now. Alright, so with 20 to go, another caution flag came out, this time for the 6 machine of Norm Binning, who had a tire fall completely off the truck, and he was stuck in the dirt.
Yeah,
That'd
be rough.
how dumb is his pit crew? Not put the tire on correctly.
That would be a pretty muddy situation.
Yeah,
I like that.
be kind of sticky.
So, winner of the stage, again, was Martin Truex Jr.
Oh, man.
Couldn't see that one coming.
I bet I could tell you who won that race.
Well, don't, because I got to get through, what happens in the stage first.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure everybody that is interested in NASCAR probably knows. So, second went to Ben Rhodes, and third to Austin Hill. So, in stage 3, with 50 laps to go in the race, Kyle Larson spins and hits the 30 of Danny Bone, as well as the 45 of Brett Moffitt. Lots of damage to Kyle Larson's truck caused him to be done. He couldn't even try and repair it or do anything. There was so much damage he couldn't do anything. So, with that being said, Martin Truex Jr. wins his first career Truck Series win. And it was at the Bristol Dirt Race, which is the first time in 62 years or 60 years, one of the two,
It's been a while.
that they've ran at Bristol on dirt. on
The
dirt.
the trucks run on dirt all the time, though, don't they?
Yeah, they run at
Do they- I would say
Eldora
they
and
still
maybe
run,
Knoxville every year, yeah.
I was it.
And then, so, followed by the rest of the top 5. And second, we have Ben Rhodes. Third, Raphael Lessard. Fourth, Todd Gilliland. And
Dude,
fifth,
what a-
to Chase Briscoe.
What a name, man. Raphael. What was the last name?
Lessard.
That's a hell of a name.
Can I move this or no? Here, I'll
If
just-
you want to move
There you
it,
go.
I
There you go.
mean,
There.
Perfect.
I've been trying to tell you to move it the whole time so people can see your face.
My bad.
You need to grow. You need to get some growth
I'm growing a
hormone.
little bit here.
Put you in a stretch machine like they did on old Willy Wonka.
With that being said, we're now going to move and look at the Cup Series. So,
I did watch a little bit of this race.
it was a very interesting race. So,
Not if you're a fan of a certain drivers.
who?
I don't know. Just keep talking.
Okay. So your starting top 10 were first Kyle Larson, not a surprise. Second, Denny Hamlin. Third, Ryan Blaney. Fourth, Kyle Busch. Fifth, Martin Truex Jr. Sixth, Kevin Harvick. Seventh, Alex Bowman. Eighth, William Byron. Ninth, Austin Dillon. And 10th, Joey Logano. The only thing I have to say is Kyle Larson did actually not start first. He was...
No, he had to change his engine.
That, or there was also talk that he did not pass the
Inspection.
inspection at the beginning of the race.
Well,
so
yeah, it was because from what I remember, it was because they had to change something with like the engine thing in the car. So like he didn't pass inspection
Gotcha.
because of that.
so
So he started in last.
in stage 1, on lap 41 out of 100, Braden loves this guy. Anthony Alfredo
Yes.
caused a huge wreck
Dude.
that knocked out Eric
Heck
Almirola
yeah, he causes a wreck. Let's go. Get that guy with Fazoli's.
or Olive Garden.
Pasta House, somewhere,
It's
somebody.
got to be somewhere.
Yeah. He knocked out Eric Almirola, the 7 of Corey LaJoie, and the 78 of Shane Golobic.
Who?
He's
He's in NASCAR?
no, he actually runs just dirt cars and was brought up because
Oh, okay.
they just wanted somebody else to run for the 78
They wanted a
machine.
Cinderella story.
Pretty
Well,
much.
His Cinderella story got ruined in a wreck.
I
so
mean,
that's fine.
from what I saw from the race recap, like after I watched it already, but I just wanted to watch it again so I got my facts straight. He was actually running better than some of the guys that have never really ran on dirt before.
Anthony Alfredo, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Anthony Alfredo didn't know how to run on dirt because
Exactly.
he wrecked everybody.
So 7 laps later, William Byron spun out Ryan Newman for 5th place, which caused another caution.
Yeah, no crap. Ryan Newman gets to shaft again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
That's my favorite driver, by the way.
last year was the Daytona 500. Same guy that spun
Dude,
him out.
okay. Do not compare those two. He almost died in the Daytona 500 last year.
I know, but I'm just saying, it's the same guy that
You know
spun
what
him
it
out
sounds
last
like you
year.
need to do? Rub some dirt on it. Keep going.
That's true. Rub some dirt on it, just get up and keep going.
Exactly. Where was I? Oh,
Talking
on
about
lap
yeah.
53, the 20 of Christopher Bell spun into Larson, causing a chain reaction with 5 more cars.
Yeah.
So, there were like 3 cars out of that, including Kyle Larson, that did not finish the race.
Yep.
The top 3 at the... Kyle Larson didn't finish after the next caution, what happened in the next stage, my bad. The top 3 at the end of stage 1. First, Martin Truex Jr. Second, William Byron. And third, Denny Hamlin. In stage 2, with 48 to go, the 12 of Ryan Blaney spun, and no one could see anything, so there was a chain reaction again.
Yeah, okay. Before you get talking about that, for next year, because they already renewed this whole race for next year.
I was
They
gonna
need
get
to
into
they
that.
need to put more freaking water on that track because literally, even watching that a little. This is the reason why I stopped watching it. Was watching that through the cameras. You couldn't see anything even on there because literally all it was dust.
Yeah. And then,
Like it was crap.
with that
I'm
being
sorry,
said,
but it was ridiculous.
my opinion on that,
They need to
Is-
move it to a night race.
one, the spotters really can see like the aerial view, so they should be able to see better. And obviously they aren't doing their job if they're
Well, no, it has nothing to do with that.
Well, that's
like,
one of my things.
Well, yeah, but the drivers also said like they were not able to actually see because of the sun and the dust.
Yeah.
So either put more water on the track, which makes it less dusty, or B, you're gonna have to move it to a night race, so at least you take away one of the problems.
That, and if you move it to a night race, take off the windshield, and then just have the drivers use like the dirt type windshield thing, and then do tear offs.
I mean, it's
that way they can just tear off like things off their visor.
That's
if
true,
it gets dirty.
But I wonder if there's also like because they're racing NASCAR, I wonder if there's like certain like safety
there might be
safety things that they have to like pass in order to like so like where they can't just take off like that and they have to like be running like a certain windshield.
You never know. Somebody might.
I don't know. It's
somebody
possible.
might sell the windshield to Fig Newton.
Why Fig? Oh, okay. Well, I'm missing this reference. Why Fig Newton?
Talladega Nights,
This
buddy.
is mine, right?
Okay. Never mind.
I was windshield.
I was missing the reference, and now I got it. Hey, if you ain't first, you're last.
All I can say is,
well,
you guys the race guys, and I'm not, and I got the race reference there.
Well, obviously,
I did not get the race reference. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go to stage 3 or stage 2. Who's winning in stage 2?
Well, I still have to get in on Kyle Larson because he didn't finish.
That's true. He wrecked.
During that, he was
wrecked.
involved in that wreck, so he didn't finish. His whole entire hood and like the front part of his car was completely off.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, it is. But
I'm pretty sure he was. Wasn't he a favorite to win that race because he's raced on dirt before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a favorite to win the truck race and the Cup Series race.
And he didn't win either. That must suck to be him.
So, with that being said, the winner of Stage 2 was Joey Logano. Second went to Daniel Suarez, and third, again, to Denny Hamlin.
Consistency.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does consistency win? Not all the time.
You're gonna have to let us know.
I will.
I can tell you, I already know who won that race, and yeah.
I mean,
good times.
Hey, I just gotta say, once I get there, I want to talk about this guy for a little bit.
I'll give you my 2 cents on that guy too.
In the final stage, they're not the guy that won. I'm talking about the guy that finished second.
Oh, okay.
With 4 to go, there was the first caution of the third stage, which was a spin out by the 66 car of Mike Marlar, which caused overtime in NASCAR. If you don't know what that is, that means that there's 2 more laps in like the race, which causes a restart like a normal caution.
And if there is a caution after the white flag is thrown, the race ends. No matter what the order is, the race is done.
Yep.
Which I think is honestly kind of bullshit because, hey, let's say they're battling for first place and they're coming to the line. Well, if that caution flag's thrown and it's a white flag, it's just whatever spot you're in. That's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
No offense.
Should have made your move a lap earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is true, Brady.
That's the thing you got to think about, and
that is true.
Should have made your
don't hit the brake, hit the gas.
And I mean, overtime, I have my thing with that. I know it's a video game, but like, if I don't make my move on NASCAR Heat 5, there's overtime, and when I'm playing it, if I get to overtime,
you bought that shitty game?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But anyway,
sorry for the language, folks, but that game sucks. It's the same game as NASCAR Heat 1.
No, it's not. It's actually better graphics, but okay.
Oh, okay, better graphics, the same game. They have not changed anything else.
Either way.
Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is you have to make your move at least in the first lap of overtime, because if there is a spin out, then you have to you're not going to have a chance.
I will say in this overtime, like for this race, I do not know why Denny Hamlin went high. No offense to him.
I don't either.
But I watched that overtime. Why he chose the high line is beyond me when he spent the whole 10 laps before that on the high line and was not gaining ground at all.
I agree with that.
So, good for him.
One thing I have to say with that is
being a moron.
The bottom line was so gripped up towards the end of that race, and I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what was going through him and his spotter's head.
No, here's the other thing. There was no chance, unless he got a run off the restart, there was no chance he was passing Logano.
No.
Which, obviously, you guys can guess. Look, Joey Logano won that race. Danny Hamlin finished in second? Third? Okay, yeah, I was saying he didn't finish in second anymore.
Somebody I want to talk about, now that you know that Joey Logano won, I want to talk about the second place finisher, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was one of his first second places in a while.
Probably. He's not. He's not very consistent.
He had a chance to win it if he didn't screw up on the last lap. He was even with Logano for about 3 seconds going into the final turn until Logano pulled away, because that's what his car does in the corner.
I watched the last couple laps. He didn't have a chance passing Logano.
No, but he got close.
Unless he literally did not hit the brake and just ran straight into him like you can do on the NASCAR video games. That's the only way he had of winning that race. I'm just gonna be honest. Logano's gonna win that race. So
yeah. So with that being said, the rest of the top 5 was in 3rd, Denny Hamlin, 4th, Daniel Suarez, and 5th, Ryan Newman.
Heck
after
yeah.
getting spun out.
Top 5 finish, Braden.
Nope.
Oh, come on now.
Nope.
So, that being said, the Bristol race will happen in 2022. And I just want to say that Greg and Braden better be getting me tickets.
No.
I'm definitely not purchasing tickets.
I'm just giving you crap, dude. They're like $200 a piece. Maybe more.
Yeah. No. If I spend $200 on a ticket, it's going to be to a Blues game, a Blues Stanley
a White
Cup
Sox
final
game.
Yeah, the White Sox tickets probably did go up this year. A couple of years ago, you could go to a White Sox game for $20 and get 2 beers and 2 hot dogs.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Sitting in the bleachers.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, because they're actually good. But, Chandler, we thank you for your NASCAR segment.
Braden, do you want your center spot back?
Nope, you're good.
No, you're
right
solid.
there.
You stay right there.
You are good.
So, Braden, we wanted to hop into we're going to keep the golf topic.
Old Tigger.
We're going to talk about old Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was involved in a one-car accident, was it a month or two ago?
It was a little while ago.
A little while ago.
Yeah.
And with the Masters tournament coming up, we kind of figured this would be a good time to kind of talk about, in our minds, is Tiger Woods' career over?
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Is his golf career over? His career
okay.
with the ladies is not over. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Hey,
but
18 holes in a day and still have time for golf.
Yeah.
That was a bad. I should not have said that on. I should not have said that on air.
It's
but
all right.
Anyway, yeah, his career with the ladies still gonna be going on.
Yeah.
Even though he did kind of lose that whole Lindsey Vonn thing, man. I mean, she with PK now.
Yeah.
Still, never mind. I'm not gonna say that either.
Didn't they have a kid?
No. Actually,
he does have a kid with somebody.
Well, yeah.
He's got 2.
Obviously, he has 2.
Yeah.
But Lindsey Vonn, I think, and PK, I think, broke up too. Anyway. So there you go, Braden. Hop on that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Braden
so
stand a chance.
is Tiger Woods?
I got a chance with PK. I'm just saying.
Is Tiger Woods' career over after this accident? Do you want me to start this?
Yeah, you go ahead.
In my mind, and we have to remember, he had multiple breaks in the same leg. Has a rod in that leg, had to get screws in the ankle, everything.
Yep.
In my mind, with the previous history of his back hurting, constant things to do with his back, is his golf career over? He may be able to come back. Will he ever win a major again? I'm going to say no. I am personally going to say his golf career may not be over. He may be able to come back and play golf. I do not see him ever contending for another major or really any wins.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Because I feel, well, and the reason I say that is he was already having problems with his back. Now he's going to have to recover from this leg injury. Who knows what issues he's gonna have with that. I mean, do I hope he comes back in his Tiger Woods again at some point? Like that was on the huge tear back in the day. I do, but at this point, he wasn't really playing the greatest golf in the world anyway.
I mean, he did win the Masters 2 years ago.
Well, he did. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll give him credit on that. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
was he playing the greatest golf? No. Is this injury going to keep him out probably the whole year? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, when he's already having back problems as it is, you add in now recovering from a serious accident.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see him competing.
Okay.
I mean, he'll probably play again, but
Yeah.
will he actually finish top 10? I don't know.
Okay.
Well, and if he does,
Time will tell.
yeah. If he does, if he does, I'll be happy. I mean, I'll be honest, but
Yeah.
I don't see it. So you want to get on this,
Any thoughts?
Chandler?
I mean, honestly, I see him probably not coming back to PGA only because going on what you said, Greg. I mean, knowing that he has the back injury and the leg injury, if he's smart, I don't think he would come back. I think he would
Not
probably
even
just
like not come back at all, or not come back and compete.
not come back and like compete. He would just
Okay.
play like either for fun or just to go.
Yeah, so you're saying not come back PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You know, I'm
But
gonna
I mean, it is Tiger Woods, so who knows?
I'm gonna take the other side. I'm gonna say he's gonna come back. Now, is he gonna come back and is he gonna be able to play at the level that he was in his younger career, where he was winning tournament after tournament after tournament, and was really that dominant force? No, I don't think he's gonna be able to come back and play at that level. Do I think he can come back and compete at majors, compete at future Masters tournaments, compete at lower tier tournaments? Yes. I think that he can come back. I think that he can compete under the right circumstances at majors and at Masters. I mean, Augusta is a course that he knows like the back of his hand the number of years that he has played there. And I mean, as far as like you've alluded to the back issues that he's had, and I mean, he's fought through that. And I mean, that year, 2 years ago when he won the Masters, and I mean, even earlier that year, he had made comments about, he had changed up his swing. His swing was feeling better. His back wasn't having so much strain put on it, and that he was really feeling like his back was getting strong again, and that he really wasn't having any issues, which really kind of sucks now that he comes into this leg injury. I was under the impression that or not necessarily under the impression, I was hoping that he was going to get back to that form of being able to play, maybe not to the caliber that he was earlier, but definitely competing in multiple tournaments in a row. But his competitive drive is something that not many people have. I mean, for him to come in the U.S. Open that he had won I can't think of what year that was, but he had a leg injury that he had all year, and ended up battling through that leg injury in the U.S. Open, and ended up not only winning that U.S. Open but annihilating the field. Wasn't even close. So there's that. I mean, the battle through the back injury.
2008.
Where was that at? Does it say?
No, it just says he won the 2008 U.S. Open with a twice fractured left leg.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm assuming that's the year you're talking about.
What course does it? No. What course was that at? Because that's gonna bother me now. Because it was.
I'll just look up 2008 U.S. Open.
It started with
Torrey Pines.
Torrey Pines, that's it. So yeah, the 2008 U.S. Open at Torrey Pines, where he had come in with the two leg fractures. He dominated that U.S. Open.
So, and I could be wrong about this. I want to say this injury's on his right leg.
Yeah, this injury is to his right
luckily.
leg.
Because,
Yeah.
well...
I wouldn't say luckily.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
the left leg is a little bit easier on a
Yeah.
right-handed golfer, just because
I guess
your right
I guess
leg,
yeah. I
you
guess
have to
I guess
push
my,
off.
I guess my thing is, do I hope that he comes back and can compete? I really do. I hope he can.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like being around on a Sunday.
The
when
only
big things are happening with Tiger. You've got the
Oh,
Tiger
yeah.
Roar.
Well,
you've
and-
got following.
and here's my thing. At this point, you have a lot of young golfers
yeah,
who are coming up in golf. The problem that I think golf has is when Tiger was going through those years of just dominance, people tuned in to just watch Tiger.
oh yeah,
You don't really have right now in golf those people that just tune in to watch some of these guys play.
yeah,
Because there's not really one guy just dominating.
yeah,
So it would, for me, it'd be awesome to see Tiger come back and maybe just for a year
yeah,
get back to just the dominant Tiger.
yeah.
And
I don't think he's gonna get to that level.
me
unfortunately.
neither. But my thing is, anytime that he's in a major championship or just playing, people tune in to watch
Yeah.
because they want to see him succeed. They want to see him,
Yeah.
possibly break Jack Nicklaus's record.
Yeah, and that's the one I wanted to see him break
And
too.
I'll be honest, I think if he would not have gotten into all of the, women issues he had,
The multiple car accidents.
the multiple car
injuries.
accidents, and now the injuries. I think he was gonna he was
Oh,
gonna,
he was-
he was gonna at least compete for it.
Oh, I think if
But
he
at
doesn't
this-
get into
at
those
this point-
issues, I think he annihilates that
Yeah,
record.
but at this point, it's hard seeing him be able
Yeah.
to break that record.
I don't think he does.
Do I want to see him win a couple more majors? I do, but like I said earlier, with this severe injury and with his already back injuries at this point in his career and his age, I see him coming back and playing, and I see him maybe competing, but I don't see him winning. I don't. And his last Masters win was very emotional to watch. I mean, I remember watching it live on television.
Oh yeah, I
and
did too.
it was unreal to watch.
Oh yeah,
But do I see him having another one of those moments?
I think
No.
I think he comes back and gets one. I don't think that he can.
Maybe,
I don't
yeah.
think that he comes
Maybe
back
one.
and competes for that record. I think he comes back and gets one major, whether that's
Yeah.
a U.S. Open at Torrey Pines where he's won before, or a Pebble Beach, or a Masters where, like I said, he's played at Augusta so many times.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets one.
And it would be nice, to see him come back and win again. And in my mind at this point, I don't even know if he's even trying to chase Nicklaus's record.
No.
I know at one point
I think he's just trying to play.
Yeah, I know at one point he was all keen about, hey, I'm breaking this record, but at this point I think he's just trying to play for as long as he can play.
Yeah.
Trying to play the best he can play, and truthfully, I think he's playing to kind of show his son perseverance.
And I tell you what, I don't know.
His son's impressive.
I don't know if I don't know if you've seen any videos of his son.
Oh,
His son
I
is
watched-
Nice.
They had that par 3 tournament that where he played with his son, and I watched
Yeah.
some of those
His son
highlights,
is
and I was
nice.
like, wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a few mistakes with his shot, but that's about it.
yeah.
I mean, well, at that age, you're gonna have a few mistakes.
How
he's
old
but
is he?
Yeah,
he's young. I mean, I want to say
Here,
like maybe
I'll look it up here. He's Charlie is
12.
Yeah, 12.
12.
12.
He is
So,
and he is
12 and that good? Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see him being on the PGA Tour.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, he keep evolving your game, keep getting stronger. I mean, because and the reason I say that is, I know it's different sports, but everyone thought Michael Jordan's sons were going to be the next best thing in basketball, and you see what happened with that.
Well, there's a difference there.
Well,
Tiger Woods' son is talented. His Michael Jordan's sons weren't. That's all there was to it.
his son was. I mean, okay, yeah.
You can't.
Okay,
Tiger
well,
Woods'
okay.
son has more talent in golf at 12 than Michael Jordan's son
true.
had in basketball
That's
at
true.
20.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to talk about
Coming
a
from
basketball player?
coming from a guy who played for U of I too.
And that's what I'm saying.
I know.
He had more talent as a 12-year-old than
we're-
Aaron Jordan had at 20.
Let's kind of get off the whole
Okay.
whole topic on this, and we are going to jump to our top 5.
Top 5 segment for this
And
week.
this week's top 5 segment is going to be top 5 pump up songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got plenty.
Not necessarily in sports, just top 5 pump up songs.
Yeah, we can kind of when we go into our top 5 individually, we can kind of explain where it came from.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and go first, Chandler?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Go ahead and explain where your pump up songs come from, like where your mindset was as to when you were picking these.
Tell you what, I'm going to still be listening, but I'm going to excuse myself for a little bit.
So yeah, go ahead and
Alright.
explain
Well, you
like
go ahead
where it's
So
what your mindset is at, and then we'll go from 5 to 1, and we'll give our honorable mentions afterwards.
from 5 to 1.
So from 5 to 1.
Well, all of mine are different though.
What do you mean?
Like they're all different ways that I look at them as
Okay.
a pump up song.
Okay.
So
well,
do you want me
can
just to
explain-
say them and then explain it?
Sure, you can say them and explain them, or you can explain before you say the song, whatever you'd prefer to do.
All right. So before I say this song is like just kind of something that I listen to when I'm working out, or back when I played baseball was something that I had in my earphones when I was just warming up. It's Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. I just like the song, just kind of gets me pumped up.
Okay.
And then 4th, I have the 300 Violin Orchestra by Jorge Quintero. I just like the song. I mean, there's no lyrics to it. That's just the fun thing
Great
about the
walk-up
song. Yeah. And then 3rd, I have Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
Yeah.
And honestly, the song's just good. It's upbeat. Just nice little
Yeah.
kind of 2000 era
Yeah,
song.
it's a great song.
And then for my second one, I have. I'm gonna switch this with one of the ones that I have down here in my honorable mentions.
Okay.
So my second one's gonna be "Sweet Child of Mine" by Guns N' Roses. I just like it for when I'm working out because it just kind of gets me in the mood to just move on to something different.
Okay.
And then my number one, I mean, this song came from Guitar Hero back in the day, and it's just stuck in my head. It's "Iron
Right.
Man" by Black Sabbath.
It's not a bad song.
No,
Not
it's
gonna lie.
not. And
So that was your top 5?
Yeah,
and
and I have
I was-
honorable. I have honorable.
no, you're good.
mentions,
I
but
was
we can do those after everybody else.
yeah.
does
No,
their
I was
top
I was
five.
away. What was your reasoning for your top 5?
Oh,
You just
I
had
just
different ones
I
for
had
different
different ones
reasonings.
for each.
Oh, okay.
Song.
Okay, I got
So
you.
I'll go. Oh, you go ahead and go
I'll
first,
go.
Gregory.
So with my top 5, I mainly did it for like if I was just in either working out or getting ready to play like a sporting event.
Mhm.
These are the songs I would want to just listen to. So are we going for number 5?
5 to 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5
And
to
we're
1.
gonna do honorable mentions all at the end.
Okay. Well, I mean, I got plenty of honorable
Oh, yeah,
mentions,
so
but
do I.
some of my honorable mentions do not have anything to do with like in the locker room. Just it's good pump up songs.
Okay.
But my top 5, it was all about if I'm in a locker room, getting ready to play a game or work out. This is what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
So number 5, 300 Violin Orchestra by Jorge Quintero. Obviously, you talked about that one in your number 4.
Yeah.
Number 4, Headstrong by Trapped.
Never
yeah.
heard the song.
Oh, it's a great song.
You need to look that up if you haven't heard of it. It's some of my songs you're probably
Yeah.
probably before your time.
That's probably true.
Number 3, Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Okay.
That I mean, dude,
Classic.
That's classic.
Classic.
Number 2, Indestructible by Disturbed.
Okay.
I think that's a great song. Number 1, and this is mainly due to Virginia Tech,
Understand.
Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, that just the Virginia Tech, and if you guys have not seen the Virginia Tech
Look it up.
like video of them going wild for this song, look that up because you will have a new appreciation for that song after watching that video.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Virginia Tech's football team enters their stadium after a walk from their locker room, which is away from their stadium.
Oh yeah.
they walk into the actual stadium listening to that song with
And
over the loudspeaker, and the
their
fans
are
going
going nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Pretty
Incredible.
if you have not saw a YouTube video of this, it's on YouTube and you can watch the entire thing.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It's fantastic.
It's
so
pretty crazy.
But Braden, what's your top 5?
All right, so my top 5 is strictly, I'm sitting in a locker room. I'm, getting ready to go play, the biggest game of my life. I've got my headphones on. What song am I turning to get me? What song am I turning to run through a brick wall to make sure that we get a win?
Okay.
So some of this might come as a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, probably.
So number 5, "Ladies and Gentlemen" by Saliva.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty.
I can see that.
It's a pretty classic song. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
You probably have no idea what song we're talking about either.
Nope.
Yeah, I was say you probably
Have you heard of Saliva?
clue.
Nope.
Probably
Okay.
not. I was trying to say you probably haven't even heard of Saliva.
Yeah, probably.
I haven't heard that song.
I mean,
in a
I know
while
a lot
either.
of songs before your guys' time too. So
I have not heard
Hey.
I've not heard that song in a while. So
Yeah.
that's a great song.
So, number 4, "Crazy Bitch" by Buck Cherry.
oh God, run through a brick wall, 100%.
Oh yes.
And with your past, with women. By the way, folks, Braden is single.
Oh God. Here we go.
If anybody is
Here we
looking
go.
for a guy out there, or
Oh,
has any
God.
friends who are looking for a
Hey.
guy,
all I gotta say is make sure you're of age.
Oh God.
Well-
Here we go.
that obviously that's a disclaimer, Chandler.
Good grief. All
I mean,
right.
jeez.
That's enough of that nonsense. All right, so this is where it might get a little controversial here,
Oh,
because
God.
this next song is by a band that people generally don't like. Number 3,
Curious now.
"Burn It to the Ground" by Nickelback.
Oh no, that's a great
Nickelback's
song.
great.
It's a great song.
It's a
lot
great
of
song
people have
by-
an issue with Nickelback.
Yeah, it's a great song by a
I-
crappy band.
And I tell you what, if you've not heard that song,
It's a great song.
if you need to get pumped up for
I've heard
something,
it a
if you
little
need
bit.
to
That's a great
power
song.
your way through a workout, power your way through a run, just need to get something going.
Well, and that's
That's a great song.
like you said. That's the problem. Is a lot of people just see the name Nickelback and they're like, "Oh, screw this." I'm
yeah,
not gonna
this
listen to
isn't
that.
like
That's
your this isn't
great-
like your rock
No.
star
No.
or any types of songs or Photograph. Like, it's not a slower. This
Oh
is an
my God.
upbeat.
Photograph.
Look
Yeah.
at this photograph.
This-
Okay,
is
we're
a-
not
yeah.
singing it.
This is an upbeat song by Nickelback that's just
Oh yeah.
more on the side of like not necessarily heavy metal because it's not like any type of like a.
No, but
It's definitely a fast paced.
yeah, and it's like you said, it's definitely gonna get you to run through a brick wall.
Yeah.
I've heard some of it.
So-
not all of it.
My number 2 is "Bad Girlfriend" by Theory of a Dead Man.
Wait, I thought that was your number 2, because
No, that was 3.
that's 3. Okay,
So number 2 is "Bad Girlfriend" by Theory of a Dead Man.
good song.
Theory of a
song.
Dead Man also.
Again, your choice with women makes sense.
All right, but but one of the things that I thought would like surprise, especially you, with me listening to a lot of before games, I would definitely listen to a lot of hip hop. I'd listen to a lot of rap. I mostly listen to country music the way it is now. I've been getting more into the rock music.
I'm curious what your number 1 is after listening to what your other top 5 is.
My number 1, and this is my number 1 by a long shot. Before I Forget by Slipknot.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
That's a
But
great
I
song.
have heard this song, but I have not heard it in a while to where I kind of forget like how it goes.
Oh,
So
I will
honestly,
play it for you after we're
I was
done.
gonna say after we're done with this, I'm probably gonna listen to it because I know I've heard it before, especially when like
Yeah.
Slipknot is definitely one that
Slipknot
we
is-
used to listen to a lot.
Yeah. I mean, all I can say is that it's a pretty good song. If you need to run through a wall, play that.
Hey, I don't think there was any songs on any of our top 5s that were really bad.
No, and
For-
honestly, I've got my.
Oh, well, I think we all have plenty of honorable mentions.
Oh yeah.
Now, okay, again, when I say my honorable mentions, It has nothing to do with sitting in the locker room.
No, mine is still that. Sitting in a locker room,
yeah,
I will
mine
run through
is-
a brick wall if I listen to this song.
My honorable mentions, some are like that, but some are just pump up music. Like if you're in a bad day and you hear this song, it's going to turn your whole day around.
How do we wanna do
That's
this?
what my
Do we wanna-
honorable mentions
Do we
are.
want to go one by one and just go one down the list? One down the
Are we gonna go from the top or from the bottom up?
Well, here's
I'm
here's
just-
I mean, it doesn't
I don't
really
have to
matter,
order.
but
I
I'm
don't
just saying.
I don't care. However you guys want to do it.
We can just go one by one.
Okay.
So Chandler, why don't you go ahead? You started it out, so
no,
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
It doesn't matter. I don't have a
I don't have the artist for this song because I honestly forgot it. But "Born to Be Wild" is on like an honorable mention for me.
Who is the artist for that? I know.
I know I'm gonna catch a lot of crap for not knowing the artist of this.
Is it Steppenwolf?
I think so.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Steppenwolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf. Thank you.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf.
I'm gonna say
apologize for
I
not
knew.
knowing that.
I'm gonna say I knew that, and I was like,
Yeah.
why do I not remember? Okay, so like he names one, I name one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for looking that
I'm-
up, by the way.
I'm just trying to go from the bottom of mine because my last one like is just hilarious.
Okay.
So, "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N' Roses.
That's your last one.
I mean,
I mean, we didn't rank them. We just.
I was just doing honorable
I'm just
mentions.
saying.
But "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N' Roses.
That's hilarious. Shoot, I'd have
No, that one. Okay, some of mine are hilarious.
Okay.
But that one is more that one I picked as more of a, if I was in the like locker room, that's an honorable mention that
Yeah.
I would have on my playlist.
Okay.
We just said it was hilarious. That's why I said.
No,
Speaking of
I have other ones that
Yeah. Well, I'll give you one that a lot of people don't really think of, and I know, and I played this before. Me and Greg both believe that this is a pump up song.
oh yeah,
Chandler doesn't think so, but after a little bit of thought, he kind of
I
reconsidered.
didn't realize what song it was in the beginning.
But
If it's a song, I think it is.
"Party in the USA"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
by Miley Cyrus.
it's a huge pump up song.
I mean,
Yeah, I
it
didn't
might
realize
not
what song
get
it
you,
was.
that's the one song on here that might not get me to run through a brick wall, but anybody that
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna get
anybody
it's
that's
gonna,
heard the song before that has good memories of that song, I challenge you to listen to that song and not just let it out. Just
Well, here's the other thing. Again, like I said about some of mine, if you're having a bad day and you put that song on, your whole day is gonna be turned around.
yeah, I'd agree with that.
Like I don't think you can listen to that song and not just crack a smile or just sing along,
Oh, exactly.
or at least be like,
You
I mean, I
like
didn't
Bob?
realize what song it was in the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't listened to it in a long
all
time.
right, Chandler,
Go ahead and give us
say another one.
All right. So another one I got is "Jump" by Van Halen.
Okay,
That's actually not.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's
That
a
is
good
something
one.
that gets me pumped up before a race.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a bad.
That's a good one.
That's not a bad song at all.
That's a good one.
No.
All right, my next one. "Remember the Name" by Fort Minor.
Yeah,
You probably have never heard that song.
Nope.
Again,
it's a good one.
dude. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch this video back so I can figure out some of these songs.
Oh, we can
Start-
play some of these after we're done.
Oh yeah, we'll
Give them on my
play a few.
playlist.
We'll play a few.
We'll play a few.
Mine, going back to Saliva, click click boom.
Oh,
Guess I'll have to listen to that one too.
I can say
Dude,
that
Saliva
when I go,
has had that.
I'm a pretty avid runner. That's like that's a song that is continuously played while I'm on runs.
dude, it's a lot.
Like if I need a song that's gonna, if I'm struggling a little bit and I play that song, it's just immediately just go.
I kind of forgot how good of song Saliva had.
Oh yeah.
I'll be honest. Like
So-
I
oh, yeah,
haven't listened.
Saliva.
I haven't listened to Saliva in a while. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, Chandler, what's your next one?
Mine.
Yeah.
Well,
is-
I already said that one.
You already
as an
said
honorable mention,
this
so.
one, but it's "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns
Well,
N'
go
Roses.
to the next one.
Yep.
Just
All right, so
just
the
'cause
next
we were
one,
talking
I
about
got "Sweet Child of Mine" by Guns N' Roses.
Yeah,
Another
You said that
great
one.
song.
You already said that one. You switched it with this one.
Yeah, you switched
Oh,
it with that one.
Yeah, my bad.
So just say that
Then
one.
I have "Living on a Prayer" as like
That's-
my
yeah.
honorable mention.
I mean,
I
yeah.
wouldn't put that in like my top 5 though.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in your top 5, but it's
Yeah.
definitely honorable mention.
I forgot
I
I
agree.
switched it. My bad.
All right, so
Hit me with it.
I'll go next. As a fan of LSU football,
Oh God.
Colin Baton Rouge.
Okay.
I mean, as a fan of LSU football,
I
that's
have heard that song.
you gotta just. I mean, that's just get you ready, you know.
Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna counter that with Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC.
Okay. I mean,
Haven't heard that
That-
song, but
that's
I've
an-
heard a lot
that-
of
that's an-
AC/DC songs.
that's an easy one.
Have you seen Iron Man?
Yeah.
Then you've heard it. You've heard Shoot to Thrill.
You've heard
then.
Shoot to Thrill.
Yeah, I've seen all the Iron Man movies.
No,
Then you've heard Shoot to Thrill.
You've heard it. You just didn't know that that's what it was.
Yeah. It's
It's a good song.
it's a great song.
Well, great. Okay, great. Good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right, go ahead.
All right,
Next
go
one.
ahead, Chan.
Alright, well, Braden doesn't like the song. I don't know if Greg does, but I have All of the Lights
Oh,
by
God.
Kanye West.
It's okay. Here is the reason why I don't like that song.
It's
I don't
Because
have a
that's-
reasoning. I just don't like it.
Back when we were in, was it my junior year or my senior year? That's when that song became popular and everyone played it
Yeah.
for like
Maybe that's
every
why I don't like it.
for like every sporting event. It was just like this song that was always played. So
Maybe
it's
that's why I
just
don't like it.
it to me like okay, yeah, could you use it as a pump up song maybe? But to
I
me, it's just it's so annoying that I just.
See, for me, that I couldn't use that as a pump up song because I want to run through a brick wall. That makes me want to hit my head into a wall. So
I mean,
I
that's
couldn't.
true.
I couldn't do it.
But hey, if it pumps you up, Chandler, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 8 for me isn't necessarily a pump up song, but it's a song that it can get a party going.
If you okay,
It can get a party going.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
Friends in Low Places.
Okay, no, that wasn't what I thought you were gonna say. But
Friends in Low Places by Garth
Yeah.
Brooks.
I'm gonna wait until you get to the end of yours, and I'm gonna say a song just because I want to see if it's on there. But I'm gonna be surprised if it's not.
I bet I know what song you're talking about. I have two, and both of them I know for sure. It's probably the one you're thinking of.
Probably.
And okay, but anyway, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, you touched on Disturbed. I'm going to touch a little bit more on Disturbed, but I'm going to say Stricken.
Oh,
by
yes,
Disturbed.
yes, that's on my playlist, by the way.
All of these songs are on my playlist.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm saying like that one specifically on my playlist for like when we're playing like Xbox and stuff.
yeah.
Oh, I got that going.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Do you
a
have
great
any
song.
more, Chandler?
Do you have any more?
Yeah, I have my last one. I mean, being a drummer myself, it's just fun to play for one, and then two,
Okay.
it's just a very good song to listen to, even if you're just in the car driving somewhere. It's Uptown Girl by Billy Joel.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, yeah.
I mean, being in pep band, that's my favorite song to play on drum set.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
bad. I mean,
That's all I got.
personally, I wouldn't necessarily think it would like pump me up, but it would definitely like something to sing along to.
Yeah.
Now, my next one, "Eye of the Tiger" by Survivor.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Hey,
Okay.
come on now. That's an easy song. That's
It
like.
pumped Rocky up.
I mean,
All I can say is that
it's very.
I can't
cliche.
consider "Eye of the Tiger" to be a pump up song because anytime I hear that song, I don't know if you've ever seen the commercial where the mouse gets trapped in the mouse trap and that song comes on and he
yeah.
starts lifting the mouse
Yeah.
trap. I just
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah,
It
that's
makes
true.
me laugh.
That's true.
So if
Now
you
you
don't
got
know
that
what
image in my face now.
do you know what it is?
I've seen it on YouTube.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
gonna say, if not, we'll look it up.
I know what you're talking about now.
It
all
pops
right.
up every time you look up.
I got two more. I got two more, by the way.
Oh, I've got plenty more.
Okay.
I don't have
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say, let's see, "Started from the Bottom" by Drake.
Ooh,
any.
yes.
That is a good song.
Because I mean, sometimes you are at the bottom and you need to make your way to the top, and
That's true.
you never know.
I mean, hey.
Just like Anthony Alfredo.
no kidding.
I mean, hey. We started from the bottom, and now we're on YouTube.
we're still at the bottom.
That's true.
Yeah, we're still talking. We're working our way up there, though.
So another one that if this song comes on, you just gotta sing it. "Parked by the Lake."
Nope, that's not the one I was thinking of. But yeah,
Believe me, I know which one you're thinking of. It's,
Okay.
it's my next one.
okay.
But "Parked by the Lake." Haven't heard the song? Look it up. You won't be disappointed.
My next one is "Chirac" by Montana of 300,
I have only heard that song one time.
and it was when I played it a second ago,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yes.
And I didn't even play all of it.
I
Let me
know.
tell you, that
I know.
song goes hard in
I know.
like the middle of the song.
I have only heard that song the one time you played it, and that was it. So
It's pretty.
Now,
It's pretty graphic in word form.
yeah. Now my next one, Braden, is probably the one you're thinking of, where if it's played, you gotta sing it. Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain.
That wasn't what I was thinking of either.
Really?
Nope.
But you gotta sing that song.
You know what?
Well, of
I got
course.
Man.
another one.
I feel like a woman.
I got another one that I don't have on
I'm
my
gonna
list.
say the one that you didn't. That
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably one.
Numa.
Oh my god, dude, Numa. Oh, dude.
For the just
No idea what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
what? Oh my
we'll
God.
play it after
Yeah.
we're done.
Just as
Numa is
as-
where it's at.
for people that don't know, he knows the words to all of Numa
Yeah,
Numa.
I know the entire song. Like,
It's great.
Whatever language that is,
It's great.
I know the entire song. Yeah, if I was having a bad day and somebody played Numa, I would. It'd be a great day.
Well, since both of you guys are out, I'm gonna go
I mean,
ahead.
I got
I mean,
another one
Oh,
I
go
can
ahead.
add.
Go ahead.
Technically, I'm not really out. I just
Well, I have more written down. I'm
this
just
is a
gonna
lot.
run
This
through
is
them
a,
after.
this is a lot
after
of.
you're done with yours.
This is one I don't have written down, but I mean, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen is actually a pretty dang good pump up song. For
By
me.
Queen?
Yeah. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. You've never heard it?
I have.
I have, but I don't remember it. So hold on.
Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Well, while you're looking that
It's
up,
by
I'm gonna
Queen.
go through and
I know
I'm
it's
gonna,
by Queen. I'm trying to figure out the lyrics to see if I.
And then it gets faster. That's why it's good. In the
Well,
beginning, it's slow.
here. So
Oh,
my-
I've heard that song now.
Yeah.
the next
I'll say
the
something.
next couple that I have are "Long Live the Chief" by Jidenna.
Haven't heard that
Jidenna.
one. Have not heard that one.
Yes, you have.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Then
Sure.
going to yes, because I've played it with you in the car.
Okay.
Then
I didn't know that's
we're
what
gonna
it was.
go a little old school, old Def Leppard.
Ooh.
I know what song
Which
it is.
one is it?
Pour Sugar on Me.
There we
Yup.
go.
That's
Then
a
we're
good
gonna
song.
go to
Oh, that's a
That's a hell of a
run through.
song.
we're gonna go to let's see, another Drake song, Trophies.
Nah, I just don't. Personally, I just don't like Drake.
Well, my thing is
I
that
don't.
if you're sitting in that locker room and you're
That's
hearing
true.
you're hearing somebody rap about trophies, that's what you're there to do. You're there to
I mean,
win.
that is
you're there
true.
to get the chip. I want the trophy.
Hey, after you get that chip, you know what else is a good song though?
We are the champions.
Nah, Gloria.
Not too.
Well, it's no longer the blues song anymore.
I
so.
mean,
Win,
at this
Win
point,
by J Rock.
that's a good song.
Wannabe by the Spice Girls. Yes. Yes.
Interesting choice.
Then we got two more. We've got She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy
Oh
by
my
Kenny
God.
Chesney.
That is a good song, actually.
I tell you what,
Oh my!
you cannot tell me that you can't sing that song and not
That's-
smile.
That is true.
Man, I
That is
see your
true.
list.
And then the next one
You can't say.
in Paris, because I can't say the word,
Oh
by
Yeah.
Jay-Z and
Yeah.
Kanye.
yeah.
Yeah, you yell at me for
Yeah.
having a Kanye West song.
That's
Yeah.
mainly Jay-Z. Jay-Z
Yeah,
is
that's
different than
That
Kanye.
is
But
literally
still,
mainly
Kanye
Jay.
West is in the song.
No, it's mainly Jay Z.
that's Jay-Z.
Yeah, I appreciate you for not.
That's
you know,
like
uh,
Kanye coming up and snatching the mic from Taylor Swift. He basically did that in that song with Jay-Z. That's just what made him popular.
yeah. I mean, at this point, he's only popular because he's with a freaking Kardashian. So,
Not anymore.
well, you know, same difference.
Yeah.
But, you know, with that being said, that is today's episode. So,
Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap that up.
Wrap that
it
up.
here. So, like we always say, make sure that you like the video, you subscribe.
It's that
Make
red
sure-
button.
Yeah, it's the red button. You click
Yeah.
it, it turns gray. And then once you subscribe, I'll go ahead and wait for a second while you do that. Okay, you better have done it.
hold on.
Did you press the
hold
bell?
on. Are you sure that you clicked the red button?
Don't
Okay.
click it
Okay,
again.
perfect.
You should be doing it now.
Okay. Then once you click that red button,
Don't
make sure
click
you
it
ring
again.
that bell.
And don't click it again.
Yeah, don't click
Yeah.
again, but ring
No.
that bell. Because if you ring the bell, you're going to get notifications of when we post videos.
And
when we
don't set
post-
it on personalized.
Yeah, set it on all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way it makes a sound on your phone or your device.
Oh, and speaking of subscribed, see this thing moving? That's what it looks like.
Yeah, do it. Make sure you subscribe. And then
Yeah.
also, not only make sure you're subscribed on here on YouTube and like the video, make sure you're staying engaged with us on our other social media outlets. We've got them down at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
So we've got our Instagram page. We've got our Facebook page. We have our TikTok account. We have our Twitter page. We like to hear from you guys. We like to get messages. We like to, whenever we get questions, we like to answer those on podcasts. We haven't gotten a couple.
We
for the
like
last
to
couple
have
episodes.
we like to have friendly banter on Facebook that I've been having pretty much daily now. So it's good times.
True.
Yes, I've seen a few comments on TikTok too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
With
We
little
won't-
kids that are messing you.
I don't even know who they are, so
Well, you know
Well,
what?
that's the thing
I
with
messaged back, it's
TikTok.
okay.
All publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
Yes.
But yeah,
Exactly.
so stay
If we
engaged
have
with us.
little kids,
Make
we
sure
have
that
little
you
It's all
make
good.
sure that you tune in for the next episode. We're going to be posting another one here shortly with
Yep.
the Final Four games that
Final
actually just
Four.
happened earlier today. So we're going to be posting an updated video about that with also an update on our bracket challenge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
make sure you stay tuned for that. And make sure that you stay tuned for our next podcast that we're going to be recording next Saturday because we still have some unfinished business. Thanks, guys.